Hello people, you know the way hair like this scraggly hair and unshaved beard and women trousers and stuff like that, the first impressions when people look at somebody like me, most people, not everybody, in fact not even most people, a lot of people don't, look at this and they think hippie, marijuana smoker, dickhead, bum, all those sorts of stereotypical images, yeah. Well, it's kind of the same when somebody like me looks at America and thinks about America, thinks about politics, and thinks about the system there, and thinks about the words that Obama, even though the video response, I'm doing this as a video response, so the person who said that they're all idiots and they're all crap and Obama's just lying and stuff. I mean, I think Obama doesn't even need to be president. Just to get to speak to the American people like he does, to give them hope and to make them fucking feel like that they got to take back their country, I think that's important what Obama's doing. I mean, most politicians are liars, man. The whole system of politics is set up to rape the system, for their own benefit. Most politicians, I mean, some of the best politicians are comedians. George Carlin, even though I disagree with him on environmental points, but George Carlin was a great politician through comedy. Eddie Izzard is an extremely excellent politician as well. And so I think we should concentrate on the world has to concentrate on America, because Obama said in lots of his speeches that yes, we America are the best and we'll take over the world, basically. And yeah, I think that's bollocks. I mean, of course America have got the biggest military might, because they have the most weapons. They've probably got the most worst weapons, as in the best weapons to kill the whole world off in a single instant. No peacekeeping nations or peacekeeping forces are able to go into America and look at the weapons of mass destruction in America. Never do people really make that a point to do. I mean, we really need to check the weapons of mass destruction that are in America from the Americans. We need to stop the bullshit of selling weapons to people who already have nothing, and you're giving them weapons now. It's mad that there are children in the world who are carrying fucking machine guns. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And another thing about America is that you keep going, well, at least your leaders keep going on about, we're going to bring democracy and freedom to the other parts of the world, like Iraq and stuff. Sorry, but there isn't even democracy in your own land, let alone bringing it to another land. And freedom in America? How many homeless are there? Canada is a great example. Your neighbour north of you, they're not perfect either. In fact, my own father was homeless in the streets of Toronto for a year. So, nothing's perfect. But certainly there's no need to allow America, the system, the military system and the political thing, to continue destroying the possibilities of peace on earth, and also destroying relations between people all over the place. America is run by an elite force that we don't really know who they are, and there's no point naming their names if we do know who they are, because they'll change hands. It's about trying to re-educate people to continue to have respect for their neighbours, and to give a shit about their neighbours, wherever your neighbours are, if they're right next door to you or if they're like 5,000 miles the other direction in another country. We can't be having, for a start, a religious-based war, because Muslims are not going to kill off all Christians, and Christians are not going to kill off all Muslims. There'll always be one, and you'll never get everyone. So give up on that, people. All you brainwashed religious freaks, which you are, and most of you religious freaks, by the way, are people who believe in a God and are supposed to be practicing in your religions. But I just hear hate and feel hate coming from you all. So try not to be religious freaks. Try and be religious. Try and be true to your God. Try and be true to your neighbours. Try and let your neighbours be. Try and let people be. Try even allow yourself to be. Don't be restricted by the rules of some book that was written 3 million years ago. It's absolutely senseless, some of the rules and some of the readings in each of the two holy books, or how many books you have. I don't know how many holy books are out there, but Americans, yes, I agree with this, that Americans do need to wake up, and not just wake up, but get up and stand up for your rights. Bob Marley, right? Yeah, America's whole attitude with the world is that they are the masters. It's like the Team America film. It really is like the Team America film. And, America do generally have always thought, Americans have driven me nuts as an Irish person. The Americans coming over to Ireland saying, yeah, I'm half Irish. My great-grandmother was Irish. My great-great-great-great-grandmother was Irish. And I'm like, our great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers were Celtic fucking warriors, man. Fuck that, Does that mean that we've got rights in the Czech Republic and Galicia and Brittany, like that we can go there and just set up base there because, that our ancestors came from those areas, or what? It's a fucking joke. It drives me still nuts when I hear Americans going on about that shit. Fuck off. You're Americans. Excuse me now to all my American friends, but fuck off, seriously, when somebody tells me that they're half Irish. Yeah? Why don't you fucking start saying that you're from the world, like me? When people ask me where I'm from, I say I'm from the world. And they go, huh? Where are you from? And I say, wrong question. Where were you born? Then they ask me, where were you born? And I say, Dublin, Ireland. And they go, you're Irish? And I say, no, I'm from the world. We're living in a global world, even if the society still doesn't recognise it, but we actually are living in a global world where people can actually live anywhere they want, as long as they fill out the paperwork. And people also can, pretty much work wherever they want and learn all different sorts of languages. And, air travel is possible, and, people can go anywhere pretty much they want. We can even go to space now if we want, if we have enough money. So we are talking about a global world already. The only thing that I have a problem with a global world is, in this day and age, is that at the rate it's going, America are believing that they're great managers of the world. I'm so fucking sorry, but the last 8 years, and forget about the last 8 years, that was only fucking George Dickhead Bush, 8 years. Listen, Republicans in general, and I hope you agree with me here, searching for Mark B. I hope you agree with me here. I highly doubt that you will agree with me on this one, because Irish people are very Republican as well. I'm not. And let me just explain myself. I've got a minute and a half to explain myself. I was a supporter of the IRA, years ago, not a supporter as in giving them money or anything, but just in my own head, I was like, yes, it is necessary to terrorise, England, Britain, because they're not listening, and sure, they would only listen to if you shot their cousins, and, but then got to a point where I was like, oh no, this isn't working anymore. Look, the politics. Let Gerry Adams take over and do the politics. Stop the violence. Come on, stop. It's not. It's. We're in the politics now. It's working in the politics. And I just think that there's too many Republican people out there who don't actually believe in a global world. They want to keep it as separate countries, and that just won't happen. Look around you, people. Look around you at all the foreigners that live in technically your land because you were born there. But is it technically your land? I don't think so. I think the world, the earth, is our land, and I really think that we should all try our best to educate ourselves better to the point where we are able to accept difference in a reality way and not just talking about it, you know? So I would ask America to really cop on, because they're fucking up the world still. And it is unfortunate that there isn't a huge connection between people and politicians. We need to fix that. Ciao.